Good evening. I think I'm live. We have 18 people on board. Hi all. 18 people on board. My voice is bouncing back. Okay, hopefully that's working now. Where are we at? Oh, look at people on the chat. Thanks everyone, this is nice. Kelly, Elizabeth, Jane, Gordon, Shirley, Elizabeth, Richard and Catherine, Barnaby, Jane, Bella, Barbara, Jane, Rich, Sarah, hi Sarah, Ron, Barnaby again, Christine, Sally, Kelly, Leslie. Very nice. Hi Anne. Going to be strange not tuning into Nugget every evening. Oh, you're very welcome. Anyway, no problem. Mike, hi. Suzanne, hi. Leslie. Right. Sound check. Just let me know you can hear me okay, and we'll start our final nugget. Oh, don't be sad. Became a thing, yeah. Totally became a thing. Sound okay? Great. I'm not sure what's going on and how long the lockdown, etc. I was getting a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of work that I'm doing with other projects as well, videos and courses and so on. But I'm figuring you guys have got 50 videos, which I'm going to keep on the YouTube, which you can use for reference. And I will be doing periodically, be doing kind of special nuggets. So it won't be the last nuggets, just the last in the series, okay? Every now and again, I'll check in if I've got anything new. And so that's why please make sure that you are subscribed. Someone asked yesterday, it may have been Suzanne, if the notifications come on Facebook or YouTube. If you are subscribed to the channel and you hit notifications, you will get notified via YouTube. And of course, I will also put it in the Facebook group as well. So just please share what we're doing. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have YouTube. So just subscribe to everything and spread the love and share and so on, and it gets it out there to more people. Great. Good sound. Okay, been awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Good. You're very welcome. And so the other thing is, yeah, newsletters as well. And the if you're on our mailing list, if you're not, go on the online academy, sign up as a member. Do the, I assume if you're on this, you must have done the Qigong course. It's completely free. So if you're on the online academy, the link's below. Sign up as a student. You don't need to pay anything. You can sign up to the Qigong course. You get 7 free lessons, and you're also then in our mailing list. So I won't bombard people on that mailing list with everything I do on YouTube, but at least if there's a new course coming or something significant, then I shall drop you an email. Okay, we have one more movement to learn in the Daoyin sequence, and then we have the 8 Qigong, then we have the 8 Tai Chi Chuan, and then we have the 8 Daoyin exercises. So it's 3 8s, 24. Very fine number to finish with. Okay, so let's do some warm-ups together. We just do a very minimal warm-up today. Haven't got time to go through all the warm-up exercises because we've got lots to get through. So we're going to go through our minimal exercises, and then we're going to do the 8 Qigong, Hop Guard Qigong, okay? So start with a salute. Right fist, left hand. In this case, I do not mirror you. This salute is always done with the right fist and the left arm. Okay? So let's warm up, loosening off the wrists and the fingers and the elbows. Get the whole upper arm moving, the shoulder moving. And then bring the weight to the ball of the foot for bouncing. You'll find your heels will lift up a little bit, not deliberately, just as a result of the rebound from the floor. That's fine. benefits of this exercise is release all the tension, increase the circulation, restore the movement. Okay, and then we're going to do the basketball, like you're throwing over the top. So you're letting the front of the body open and then throw using whole body. Keep your eyes up. Imagine you're throwing the ball away from you, looking where you want it to go. Okay, now from here, keeping your weight in the middle, imagine you're on a skewer right through the middle axis of the body and you're turning on that skewer. Keep the arms just floppy. Don't put any strength in the arms. And then as you turn, the arms just kind of fly out with the momentum. The more force you put into the floor by pushing one foot and pulling one foot, the more you rotate, the more energy goes into the hands. It's like a wave of force from the floor to the hand. It's called a kinetic chain. Imagine all the links in the chain. Okay. Now we're going to do our 8 Qigong. So when you do each stretch for this, go to your normal position, and then the feeling, it's really like you're, when you yawn and you go, and you do that business where you're releasing the tension and then pulling. So that's the feeling when you're doing this exercise. You go, when you're doing your Tai Chi, it's not the same feeling. But when you're doing this 8 Qigong exercise, it should really be like you're stretching and opening the whole body and pulling through, okay? I'll mirror you, step out with your left foot. In, out, in, out. 2 dragons swim to sea, first movement. And the pulling is forwards to the wall in front of you. 2 tigers hiding. Really bring the shoulder blades together. Shoot a rocket to the sky. Lock the thumbs, keep the palms together. Straighten the elbows fully and press onto the balls of the feet strongly. Come down, bite your teeth when you drop. Breathing in, breathing out. This is searching the bottom of the well. Breathing in, breathing out. It's called scooping the moon from the water. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, look up, lift the head and press the sky. As you breathe out, open the chest. And then as the hands drop, you squat. Keep your weight on your heels. Keep your back nice and straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Second set. Same thing, but try and stretch it a little further. We finish with 3 deep breaths. Breathe out as the hands go down. Breathe in as they come. Close your left. And shake out. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do is the 8 posture Tai Chi routine, which I'm going to do facing away from you because yesterday I did it facing towards you. I was alternating them. Some people prefer follow one way, some people prefer the other. So today I'm going to do it with my back towards you. Let me put the soundtrack on for that. So follow me. You can see it. Step out left, ready position. Commencing form. Repulsing the monkey. Brush the knee and push. Part the wild horse's mane. Both hands like clouds, left. Right. Golden rooster. Kick with the heels. Grasping the bird's tail. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. And turn. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Cross hands. Closing form. Okay. Obviously, if you're new to the Nugget, you need to go back where I first teach that exercise. You've got lots of videos to catch up on. But hopefully, most of you by now can follow along. And maybe a lot of you can now do that sequence all by yourselves without me. Out of interest, how many of you guys who have learned from scratch on the YouTube can now do the whole 8 form solo? without following me. Let me know. I'm interested. Or have any of you tried? Or do you tend just to watch the Nugget every night, which is fine as well? If it were a class, there'd be a point, do it solo often, excellent. If it was a class, then I'd say, right, you guys go and I will watch, which was kind of the idea, the original idea of the Zoom classes, but in practice didn't work so well. I could do the whole form solo, super, excellent. Yeah, good. I can almost every day, awesome. That's very gratifying for me as well as a teacher. I can put a lot of material out. You know, I was doing a lot of videos, and to be honest, I've learned so much. You can imagine I've been doing it a long time, and I'm not saying this to kind of boast or anything, but I've learned so many sets and sequences, and I could put lots of information out there, but that's not the point. It's not to show how much I know. It's like to try to transmit some of it. Like if you can do something by yourself and you really understand it and you can do it really well, then that's much more gratifying me than just chucking loads of like stuff which maybe looks more impressive and maybe think, oh, that looks cool or whatever. But really, if it's something you can do and do every day, you're telling me you're doing it every day and you're getting benefit from it, that's going to be more important, right? Thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate that. So we're going to learn an exercise today. The old man, they sometimes translate it as strokes his beard, but it has the idea of flicking, So maybe flicking a beard is a better translation. Oh, thanks, Suni. Enjoyed the geek stuff. You know, what I might do is just like a specific geek nugget, because sometimes I feel like if I'm talking too much, people that are tuning in just for the Tai Chi might feel like, oh, come on, get on with it. You're talking. I've had that feedback. Like, could you just get on with it? We came here for. I've actually had some people are quite testy. You know, some people who are not really, in my opinion, they're not students. They're customers, right? They turn up to the class and they get, oh, I came to learn this, and you're doing that. And for me, it's part of why I kind of got a little bit burned out. You know, I want to be more authentic and I want to share what means something to me. So the good thing about the videos is if you don't like this bit, you can fast forward it, right? If that's boring, just skip to the bit that you want to learn. Whereas in a class, it's a little bit different. And so the geek stuff, some of it's super. Geek niggle, yes. I assume you mean geek nugget. But geek niggle sounds even better, actually. I might do a geek niggle. And yeah, geek nugget can be like, I can go deeply into a part of the philosophy or the background, the theory behind it. Can talk about the Taoist, Buddhist, Confucian systems and how the different sort of Chinese medicine theory links up with the Tai Chi and so on. But, you know, first of all, I want to say that I'm interested in a lot of it from a mythological point of view. I will be very upfront about this. I don't literally believe the Daipan spread its wings and blocked out the sun, and there really was such a thing. And if they looked hard enough, they could probably find the bones of this creature. You understand? I'm interested in it from a mythological and a psychological point of view. A lot of the Chinese medicine talking about the organs and the emotions. It's very, very interesting. It's a very sophisticated way of understanding things, and it's a lot of benefits. However, where it's not benefit, and I give you honesty because it's super important to me. Because much as I love geekiness, honesty is more important. Truth about things. So, truth number one: Chinese medicine theory about the heart is not going to help you if you need open heart surgery. It's a different level of analysis, right? A heart surgeon talking about the mechanical workings of something. It's not the same thing. So, I'm not saying that this stuff you need to know it from a scientific worldview point of view. I'm introducing it more as a philosophy, as an interest, right? The second thing is, for those of you that are interested in self-defense, there's a deep dark hole of geekiness that you can go down, and you come out with this very deluded idea that if a mugger attacks you, you'll be able to use your chi and hit his acupuncture points and so on. And I'm afraid to disappoint you. It doesn't work like that in the real world. So brilliant as this stuff is, interesting, and much as I love to geek on it, you need to understand the difference between training for health, for philosophy, for actual practical combat. They're not the same. And so Tai Chi training for martial art, you can't just do slow movements. You need to practice fast, you need to spar, you need to practice with a partner. However, for understanding I don't know, having your place in the world, or having a kind of a worldview which is holistic, and understanding how different elements act together, whether inside the body, outside the body, we're in society. And Chinese have a very profound, and as science goes, I would say the closest Western science is people are looking for Chinese medicine in biology or in physics, and they can't find it, and they're looking in the wrong place. The place you look for is ecology, systems theory. You know, so for example, if you introduce a certain hawk to an area, it changes the course of a river. You say, how does that work? Well, the hawks eat the beavers, and the beavers build the dam. So when the hawks eat the beavers, they can't build the dam, changes the course of the river. But if you said to someone, how can sticking a needle in your toe cure a headache? It's like, it's nonsense. There's no mechanism by which it works. Whereas if you look at, say, systems theory, and you think of the example of the beaver and the hawk, you can see that very supposedly completely unrelated things are correlated when you step back. So Chinese philosophy and medicine have lots of different things. They seem totally like they're unconnected. And if you're looking between them, you can't see the connections. It's like, have you ever seen those photographs in newspapers that are made of dots? You look closely and you can see no connect. There's nothing between that and that. When you step back and you see the whole picture, you see, oh, it's a face. And these things are connected by virtue of them both being parts of an ear, or however it works, right? So it's a level of magnification. So this is my geek nugget. We can zoom in on a place and we can study it deeply, then we can zoom out and we can see how it fits together. That's my passion. That's what I'm interested in. That's why I spend my time kind of trying to figure out what the heck's that got to do with martial arts and fighting. That's a good question. Right, the old man flicks his beard. We're going to do our roof tile palms, okay? I want you to imagine you have long whiskers. Even if you're a lady, just pretend. Stroking and then flicking. Stroking. You must have seen Kill Bill. You know the old master, Pak Mei, and he has the long white beard, and he's always doing that with it. Because the Chinese believe that stroking the whiskers increases longevity, right? Must be true, because everyone that's got a long white beard is old. So we're going to, as we bring the hands up now, we're going to add this rotation. Remember this? Rotate. From the side. In breath. Out breath. Stroke. Flick the beard. Drop the hands. In breath. Rotate. Out breath. Stroke. Flick the beard. In breath, rotate, out breath, stroke, flick the beard. When you've finished, you bring the hand back to the dantian area. So if my belly button's here, this is 3 inches below my belly button. This is the energy center. Men have the left hand inside, ladies have the right hand inside. Why do ladies have the right hand inside? Because ladies are always right. And then I shut up. Okay, in breath, out breath. Now we're going to combine that with some footwork. If everyone's okay on that, just give me an okay. Sounds metaphysical, connecting seemingly unconnectables. You're absolutely right, Lily. And the level of magnification is what's interesting, right? We have an immune system. So we're living in this time, right? We're all a bit worried about COVID and so on, and our immune system is this great piece of harmony. It's like it's what keeps us healthy and moving and everything working, and it's beautiful. But if you go in a level of magnification with a microscope, it's a battlefield. It's carnage. There's like armies going to war. There's things killing other things, and this is all going on another level. You're not even aware of it. And the thing about it is, if you're aware of it, it's because there's a problem. And just like with your internal organs, if your heart's doing what it's meant to do, you're not aware of it. If your kidneys are doing what they're meant to do, you're not aware of them. What does it mean that we're all stressed in here and in our head and our brains, and we're all like this all the time now? It means we're not using it correctly. That's why we're aware of this. That's why we have this going on in our culture now, because we're not using this correctly. If you're using it correctly, you lose it. You lose your head. So let's add some footwork. Palms are up. I'm going to step to the left with my left foot. Pick up my toes. Sorry, pick up my heel, I should have said. Pick up my heel. Point my toes. Twist the little finger side and look to your left hand. Bring your weight across, untwist. Bring your right foot in, flicking the beard. Drop the hands, pick up your heel. Look this time to your right hand. Step. Twisting the little finger. Untwist. Flicking the beard. Breathing in. Breathing out. So it's alternating sides. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's practice that one more. Breathing in. Look to your hand. Then look to the front. Look to your hand. Then look to the front. In the sequence, we do that 4 times, twice on each side, and then we do it again without the step, just the hands. Breathing in. Breathing out. For this one, you just keep looking forwards. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And on the 4th one, you return the hands back to the dantian and you stand for a moment. So you can see the idea of that final exercise is to gather the energy back in and bring it into the dantian. So you're finishing with your energy back and collected and your mind calm. So that's the final exercise of the 8. Please drop me questions or anything not clear on that, because we're going to finish Nugget 50 by doing the entire sequence through, the entire Darien sequence through. So obviously I haven't got time to make sure you guys have everything perfect, but you can just refer back to the videos, or if you want the done for you course, that's on my online academy, $25, whole thing done for you, front, back view, mirror image, MP3 files, PDF manuals, all the acupuncture points, translation of the poem, everything all done. At the end of the flicking, are the hands close to the body? Excellent question, Suzanne. No, they go down close and then they flick away from you. So the beard is doing that. Imagine you're stroking the beard away from you. So it's down and then away. Down and then away. This has a really cool self-defense application as well, but we haven't got time for that. Well, thank you, Christine. That's very kind of you to say. Although I know these forms, I've picked up new details. Excellent, Esther. Yeah, because I haven't always in the class, for reasons as I just explained. If I start to talk too much, I know you like it, Esther. I know your eyes light up because you really appreciate the philosophical side of it. But for every one person that does this, 5 that the eyes roll and like, come on, we're here for an exercise class, you know. So this is different. This is free. So I'm teaching what I want to teach, and then the ones that want it can get it. The ones that appreciate it can learn it. Any other questions? Nothing. Okay, so I'm going to put the music on and we're going to do the whole, I've just seen Richard's one, Let's Start Geeks Anonymous. I can't be anonymous, I'm already out there, that's the problem. Should have done it with a mask on. COVID-19 mask. Ninja mask. So ninja masks are going to make a big comeback in the coming weeks. And so is the Kung Fu salute. That's going to become the standard greeting because shaking hands is too dangerous now. So everyone in the world, mask and Kung Fu salute. Yeah, so you do, Jane. I know. That's why you guys are tuning in every day. And that's students. That's what I am with my Sifu like that. Not customer. Not like, right. You have to teach like this. I want it like this. Okay. You know, I had 5 people's payroll to pay every month, and it was kind of stressful. So I had to some degree, you have to do that. But now I'm just teaching what I want to teach. This is more interesting to me. More, what's the word? Inspiring. I can be inspired and I can pass it on to you guys. Right. So let's do it. We've got no more questions coming through, so I'm going to take that to mean everyone's okay to do the whole thing. So it's going to be It's about 15 minutes start to finish, okay? So just remember the roof tile, remember the twisting, and remember every count is a breath. Doesn't matter what she's counting in Chinese, but it doesn't matter. Every time you hear a noise, that's a breath. So it's in, 2, 3, 4, out, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, out. And you just keep that. And you want to make sure that the movement is combined or coordinated with the breathing. There should be no points where you're waiting. You know, you finish the movement and you're waiting for the next count. No, you breathe with the count. So it's continuous. There is no pause. You don't hold the breath, so you don't stop the movement. Okay, so let's do it. Jane, yeah, sometimes we learn by just following. Yeah, it's true. Definitely. And of course, with a big class, it's different. And this is ironic, actually. With a big class live, you can't do that. One-to-one, you can do that. But in some respect, internet teaching, even if I'm teaching 1,000 of you, is in some respects kind of more intimate. It's more like one-to-one. I know it isn't because there's 22 of you there, but you're all looking, from my point of view, we're all looking here as opposed to some over there, some at the back, some hiding behind, some hoping I won't see, and so on. And it's like it's closer to teaching one-to-one in a sense. I mean, I think with feedback is better. I quite like the Zoom as well for that reason, that I can then see I can do it and then you can do it, and that's pretty good. Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. The way I see it, this isn't my knowledge. I mean, this is stuff I've been really lucky to learn, and I want to pass it on. So there are stuff that I have developed, which is like my own take, if you like. But what I'm teaching here is what I've got from my teachers. So I see it as like a duty to pass it on. Really, don't hold on to it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, more than the tip of the iceberg. I know. We could go on. We could go on. Oh, thank you. You'll get me tearing up in a minute. Benefited from revision. Yeah. And I benefited from doing it as well, because when you guys ask questions, it makes me rethink. I've had a lot of questions. Thanks, Barbara. Thanks, Leslie. I've had a lot of questions that's made me rethink some of the stuff as well, like how I teach it better. How, if I were to start again and teaching, that I've learned from you guys and some of the people that have sent me videos to correct and so on. It's been very interesting, because I can see what's going in and what isn't. So therefore, taking it as my responsibility, like what I need to emphasize more and how I can better get you guys better. It's not how good I am. It doesn't matter. It's like how much I can help you guys for it. Okay, let's do without getting too into that. Let's just go straight into this. This is number 15. Talk amongst yourselves while I get the music ready. Okay, it's ready. So you're going to start with your feet together, with the tongue to the roof of your mouth, with the hands to the dantian, and take a minute to do standing meditation, because I need you to really get that quiet mind first before you start the exercise. So just for a minute of meditation first. Okay. Step out with your left foot. Regulate the breath to the count. This is out breath. Close. Change feet. Breathing in. Coming back. Push the boat along the current. Pull up your toes strongly. Back to the middle. Go the other direction. Breathe in as you come back. Breathe out as you push. And back. Turn your fingers in. Lift the sun and the moon on the shoulder pole. Look back. Breathe out. Palm bird spreads its wings. Turn your palms up, step to the side, breathe in. Point the toe strongly. Step forwards this time. Straighten your front knee, lift your heel. Flex your ankle. We repeat that sequence again to the side first. This is lifting up a millstone, so you take a wide step. Keep your back straight. Breathing in. Out. Close the step. Step out wide with your right foot. Make sure you keep your back up straight. Push open the window, look up at the moon. In breath. Out breath. In breath. Pivot your foot first, cross the leg behind. As you breathe out, you sit down. Look up at the moon. Hands come up, breathe in. Breathe out. Six, 7, 8. In. Out. This is the last one. The timing is a little different. Hands come up. This is dust against the wind. Turn to the left. Imagine you're flicking dust off your coat. Out breath. Pull up your toes strongly. Massage the point under the ribs. Keep your shoulders down. Back to the middle. Hands and feet together. Turn. Breathing in. Breathing out. To the middle. So, the old man flicks his beard. Look to the left. Look to the front as you flick the beard. Look to the right. In breath. Out breath. In breath. Now, without the step, just the hands. Remember to twist on the little finger side, keep the shoulders down, flicking the beard. Last one. Let's come back. There we are. That's the whole exercise. I'm going to salute out. So right fist, left palm. Thank you, everybody. So that was the whole exercise. The first one, getting the breathing. The last one, bringing the energy back to finish. And all the ones in between, stretching all the joints, opening the meridians and so on. Hopefully after that, you'll feel really good. Oh, thanks, guys. Appreciate it, Una. Thanks, Sally. I understand more. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Feeling emotional. Me too. Me too. But this isn't the end of the nuggets. This is just the end of the series. This series. We're going to have more. There's going to be more. But I'm not going to be committing to doing them every night. And it may be a little while till the next one. But drop me some messages. Share the videos on social media. And see, the more people that get into it and the more feedback I get. And then I'll be able to do more of them. And thank you, Nick Gordon. Farewell, Nuggeteers. Farewell, fellow Nuggeteers. That's very well said, Barnaby. Thanks for support. Yeah, thank you guys, because it's two-way traffic. You know, I'm in isolation at the school, so it's been really good for me as well. Thanks, Bella. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Una. Some of you guys who are in the online academy, videos going out. I've spent most of today filming those for the next one. Those of you that are interested in being a part of my online academy, it's $40 a month, which is $10 a week for you English people. I think is that about £8 a week or something? And you get a lot of stuff. There's videos going out all the time. It's my full-time job now. So there's Zoom classes. There's a weekly video. There's a big resource of material for you. However, I only take intakes at certain times, because just like with this, how this Nuggets worked, you guys started together and you form a bond, and then you learn together all the way through. If I just had people coming at any time and then I'm having to go back and so on, that's like how I used to run the classes, because there's no other way of running a physical class, right? Except with the online academy, I've decided to have a waiting list so that I can say, right, this is our term date. We all start together. And then that way you get a bond. And also, you know, I can give much more attention, because I haven't got like everyone learning different stuff all the time. So that's how that works. If you're interested in that, put your name on the waiting list. If you go on the online academy link below and go to where it says Tai Chi or Kung Fu, depending on what program you're interested in, virtual academy, and just stick your name on the waiting list, and their next intake, I will let you know. And of course, I'll put it on Facebook and YouTube and everything else. Thank you. Keep up the practice. Yes, all of you. There's a Chinese saying, when your teacher teaches you something, and then they say, "Mho bei fan sifu," what does that mean? It means don't give it back to your teacher. So it's like, I've given you something, don't give it back to me. How do you give it back to me? It's when you stop practicing, when you go, when someone says, "How's that 8 form go?" And you go, "Can't remember. It was a long time ago. I can't remember." In Chinese, they'd say, "Oh, I've given it back to Sifu." So it's another way of saying, yeah, giving it back to Sifu means I didn't practice it. So don't give it back to me, guys. I've given it to you. Don't give it back to me. Practice it. Make it your own. Make it your Tai Chi, your practice. And I hope you get massive benefit from it. And I will see you guys soon. And yeah, this is not the end, but it's the end of this part. Okay. Thank you all. And hope everyone stays healthy and well. And this is an awful time. And this has helped me as well. I'm glad to have brought this together, because you guys have been brilliant. So thank you all. Talk to you soon. Nugget reunion, Richard, definitely coming up. Yes, thank you all. I'm not going to harp on too long. And have a great evening, everybody. And I will see you. Don't forget, join the Facebook groups as well. Tai Chi, Rising Crane Tai Chi, Rising Crane Kung Fu. See you guys soon.